Do you know, this project's been 3 years in the making for us, and yet it just feels like yesterday that we were here doing that site walk around with National Trust. Before we even started thinking about the architectural brief,
Yeah.
it was about the reserve and about the natural environment and about the challenges that National Trusts were facing. Because you'll remember in the brief that they were getting almost 100,000 visitors a year with no facilities.
No facilities at all, and people were wanting to come more and more, and that only grew over lockdown, which couldn't have been predicted necessarily.
But by placing the new visitors facility at the east end of the reserve, what we've been able to do is open up that whole journey and a gateway to nature.
Yeah.
And that was our starting point, that was our brief. We weren't instructed to design a building, we were instructed to design a gateway to nature.
Absolutely, it's a touching down point. There's an element of arrival, and the building is clearly about welcoming people in, the central welcome space with its big roof light, and also its calmness. It's adjacent to the gorge, but it's at a very benign state. The sound is lovely, but it really doesn't prepare you for the drama as you get further down. And when you've been through that experience, to then return for maybe another coffee or just to sit down like we're doing, it's
and
a really
reflect
nice
on what
spot.
you've seen.
Yeah. And understanding more about what you've seen and why people come here.
What I particularly love is we've managed to put an enhanced customer experience into this landscape, and you wouldn't know. So we've got an amazing site with facilities, we've got a nice tight small car park, and it's the way it should be. We're a national nature reserve. Everything just is in symmetry with each other. The nature walk, the aspects of the building, the facilities that have been put in place here, and this is it in its first season. It's only going to enhance as the seasons go on and nature starts taking over and we start landscaping through. We start building on the guest experience that we've got here. So everything just, for me, flows from the minute the guest comes through to the minute they leave. It just flows seamlessly with the building and everything we've got here. It's amazing.